they fucked up the whole thing. I don't know what happened. There's no need to say anything because the music speaks for itself. Now, before I get into the content of this video, I just want to let you know that this is not a hate video. I don't want to make things more heated than they already are. Last night, they were the announcement of the winners of the Westworld scoring competition. And I just want to give you my take and express my point of view on this competition and what's been happening for the last few hours since the winner was announced. So first of all, last night they announced the winner of the Westworld scoring competition. There seems to be a lot of hate going on online. You can go and check out the track for yourself. Last night I was just, checking who the winner was. And I have to admit, I thought that there was a pop-up ad playing in the background while I was listening to the actual music or the video, because it sounded a little bit off. I'm not here to say if the music is good or bad. You don't need to be a music expert or somebody that is in the music industry or a composer for media to see if this particular music track fits with the actual film or the video. But it is a little bit, it's not my thing. I don't like this type of music. And I was expecting something a little bit more cinematic, more hybrid, maybe more Hollywood, I guess, if you will. Now, listen, we all are entitled to our own opinion. I did learn a lot about this music scoring competition myself as a musician. I don't do scoring myself. I just specialize on stock music, really, and the music licensing world. That's my what I specialize on. So I never really score to an image. I never see a video and compose that way. So for me, it was an amazing experience, and I learned so much, and I really had fun doing it, to be quite honest. And when I started this competition, I did a video and a podcast about it, and I was talking about that we composers, when we enter this type of competitions, we do it more for the status. We don't do it for the prize. We do it for the status. We want to be recognized amongst our peers, and that we have won something, and that's the whole nature of a competition. Obviously, when somebody is the winner, there's usually going to be a lot of hate, I guess, if you will, especially if it's something online. Now, two things here that I want to mention. First of all, and I give it to all the people that participated here. Apparently there were 11,000 submissions. That's a lot, and that shows how rich this community is of composers that can participate in this kind of competitions, and they want to have a go. And a lot of people do put a lot of work into it. And there were some amazing submissions. I listened to a few of them, especially from my followers, and some from my students as well. And I got some nice reviews as well, and some feedbacks from my own submission. And I really, really enjoyed it. I really had a lot of fun and getting out of my comfort zone. But I knew that there was a lot of composers out there that were really, really pros. And they're really, they do scoring, and they're much more equipped with the knowledge and the know-how than I am. And when it came down to this this competition, but nevertheless, it's something that you want to participate. But I couldn't help it last night when I came back. I was outside with the family, and I came back, and it was really late at night. And I said, like, holy shit, they have announced the thing already. I want to see who won the competition. I want to listen to the track, really, and see what's the deal. As soon as I put the video, the announcement, I noticed that it had a lot of dislikes. And I was like, what's going on here, man? And as I'm playing the video, as Paul is talking about the announcement of it was so shocking for a lot of people. But for me, because I saw the video after a few hours, when I saw the dislikes, it really got me thinking. I'm like, what's going on here, man? I mean, how bad can it be? you know? But then when he played the thing, I really thought that there was something not right. What's going on here? Do I have some kind of a pop-up window that came on the background and is playing some weird music, and I haven't shut it down? And then I start reading the comments as the music is playing, and you know, you realize what's happening here. I'm like, well, maybe this was a random, instead of like they didn't listen to the music, they just randomly picked somebody. That's an option. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Um, but it was truly, you know, shocking. And you know, Christian did a video this morning as well about it. I take my hat off as well to him. I know he was gonna do a video anyways about the announcement of you know, the competition, and whatever he said on the video, I don't agree with everything he said. You know, I don't agree with saying that he wasn't involved at all in the competition. And I'm like, well, you know, you're not involved with the competition, but really Christian is almost like the face of Spitfire's audio. Really, you know, you can't just say that you were not involved in the competition. I don't agree with that, because then you're saying pretty much that you are not taking part in this competition, but yet you are the face of Spitfire's audio. And almost like, okay, I wash my hands with this, whatever happened, this has been done over there. And yes, the company is not just Christian, but you are kind of like the face of the company. And yes, Paul is your partner and everything, and he's the one who did the announcement, and maybe he doesn't have a saying as well on this. So, but it's your face out there, really. So I don't agree with that. And you know, I know that they have to say something, especially Christian. He has to have a word out there immediately while this thing is hot. And you know, I do agree with him with the whole thing of how much hate there is out there, and how can we just you know, but that's the nature of the online world, you know, especially when it comes to competition. But you know, if there were so many submissions, they must have been prepared for that, you know, to be able to go through all of those submissions and really see which ones were the ones that will qualify. But the whole argument that, hey, that is art, and when you do art, you could be really abstract and be very out there, and go against the status quo of what is expected with a scoring competition or with a music theme. Like I said, you don't need to be an expert in order to listen to the music and what's been, you know, selected like as the winner to see that there's something not right. You know, that you don't need to be an expert to go and see a film and then say, yes, it's a work of art because it's been made in Hollywood, it's in the movies out there, people are paying money to go and see that film. But there are a group of people that are going to say that film that we just saw is crap, you know, and we pay money, it's being backed up by Hollywood. Yes, there are directors, yes, there are a whole bunch of money invested in it, but still it's a bad film, you know, even though it's art. And the same goes with anything. And that's when art and music, and especially this type of competitions, becomes so subjective. And it says like, well, anybody can see that there are other submissions that are much better, but maybe this was done they select this whole thing randomly. That will be an explanation, and it's perfectly fine. Like I said, we do this for the status, and I learned a lot from this competition. I wasn't waiting for the results, like just following it up. I just knew that the day was coming, and I think I received an email or something on YouTube that said like, hey, don't remember that this Saturday is gonna be the thing. I was out and about with a family, and then when I came back home very late at night, I said like, let me just go and check it out. Actually, I remember last minute and just put the headphones and listen to the announcement. Now that video, it's been there for 17 hours. Now they have disabled the like and dislikes because I guess such as gone bunkers really on the announcement. And the comments is just, you know, I just say, you know, let's take it easy. Okay, it's quite clear what's happening. Like I said, okay, once you listen to it, it's like, okay, there's something wrong, something happened here, you know. And I feel for the guy who won, because I don't want it. I wouldn't like that bad attention. That it's a lot of negativity. And you know, once you listen to it, like I said, you don't need to be an expert in music or be a judge. You just listen to it and see what's happening. You can tell very clearly that there is a difference between being artistic and being out there and abstract and experimental, and there's a difference between being that something is not right. Okay, and it's like cooking, you know, if you just cook something, if you taste it, it tastes bad. You can't say that it tastes good. But that's just my take. I'm not gonna go online and spread more hate. I just wanted to do this quick video because I feel like not only I have a voice in the online world, and I participated on this competition, and I'm really happy with my submission. I realized that you don't need to win any prize in order to really be good at something. I heard so many other submissions that were fantastic. I was mind blown by the submissions, and a lot of people put a lot of work on the production. I know I had to put a lot of work on mine and try to look for ways to shine in my own way. But I'm happy that I have that music now in my YouTube channel, and it's part of a showcase, I guess. So I'm really happy with that. I know that I learned a lot in the process. Now Christian's video here as well. It was an announcement done a couple of hours ago. The same thing, people going crazy about it, saying like, okay, welcome to media composition. I think we have to snap out of this victim mentality as well. It's a competition. We have no control over that. Yes, when you go and apply for jobs and stuff like that, you're fighting against other people's music and saying my music is better than yours and yours is, it's very subjective, so we can't really control that. So the whole idea of hate and spreading more negativity, it's so obvious that we don't need to do it anymore. So I just wanted to share my views, and I would like you to go and check it out yourself. I'm not going to put the link because there's no need to put a link on this video. You can find it online by just putting Westworld competition. I'm sure you will find the video, and you will find the video as well from Spitfire's audio and from Christian, which I'm a huge fan of Christian and Spitfire's audio anyways, and especially Christian, and I appreciate his video. I know that he has a lot of pressure imposed on himself, because you find yourself in the public eye and you have to say something. You can't just ignore it. By ignoring it, you're just making it worse. Okay, so go and listen to it yourself, but I would like you to leave a comment and tell me what you think of this. But just don't spread any more hate. Okay, it's already bad enough. Okay, the music is already bad enough. The whole experience has been a little bit bad for a lot of people. For me, it's just been, that was just for me a way of participating, and it was because I have a YouTube channel and I have an audience. For me, it was a great exercise. So, but I know a lot of people took this very seriously, and in a way that they really wanted to win, or they wanted to see somebody else win, and but that's the nature of winning, and losing, whatever that means to you. But it is a little bit of a shocker to see that what happened. Are you telling me that the judges selected this, that they actually went through the whole thing and they said this is the future, and with the excuse that in the future we're going to see that this is proper, because we cannot understand art as it is in the moment, like most artists, because it's so out there. Maybe in the future we can look back and say, like, you see, from all of the submission, that was the one because it enhanced the visual. That was the whole point of this competition. Anyways, this is just a quick video that I wanted to do, and I felt a responsibility as well to express my point of view, or at least say something, because it's so hot, and for them to disable the dislikes and likes on the video is because it's just gone bonkers. And you can just go and see the comments, go and listen to the music, go and see the videos of the announcements, go and see Christian's video as well. Tell me what you think. Like I said, I don't agree with everything that he says, and I'm a huge fan of Christian's, but and Spitfire's audio as well. But I want your opinion, and I want you to leave it in the comment section and tell me your honest opinion on everything, and let's try to not bring any more hate to the table, but I want to hear you. So anyways, thanks a lot for all the love and support. I hope you're doing fantastic on this Sunday afternoon, and as always, rock and roll, and here's to your success.